All right, big shakeup in the world of woke as Walmart, America's largest retailer, rolls back their DEI policies thanks to Robbie Starbuck. Let's check it out.
I don't even know how to start this video because honestly, this is different than everything else we've done because this is the single largest employer in the United States. We are talking about a company that is worth almost $1 trillion on its own. As many of you know, I have been investigating a massive company now for a while, and I have kept my lips sealed on who it was. Now I can reveal it was Walmart, but something incredible happened in the course of my investigation. Walmart became aware of our investigation and reached out to me. This was critical and honestly turned out pretty fantastic for everybody involved, in my opinion. We were able to have frank conversations with Walmart. And as I've said for a long time, I don't ask companies to take on my political views. I am simply advocating for corporate neutrality. I believe that that is the future because I understand there are people in this country who do not agree with my politics. So it would not be fair of me to force my politics on them the same way that I am not okay with left-wing policies being forced on me and people like me via things like DEI. After various conversations, I am very proud to report to you.
That's a great point. We want companies to be neutral. You know, these big companies, Walmart, Disney, whoever else. We want them to remain neutral. Keep the politics to the side and just do business because we don't want left-wing politics shoved down our throats. Let's keep going.
You guys, that Walmart has decided on making some changes. I'm going to lay out what those changes are for you and explain how massive this is for our movement. We are unstoppable at this point with a 100% flip rate where we change corporate America and get them back to a culture of sanity and neutrality. Bullet point number 1, Walmart will be removing all inappropriate sexual and or transgender products that are marketed toward kids, things like chest binders for teenagers or books that encourage transitioning. That is all going to be gone. Bullet point number 2, Walmart is going to review and stop funding to all events that could be sexually inappropriate for kids. That includes drag queen story time or pride events that expose kids to sexually inappropriate topics. That's all going to stop going forward. Third bullet point, Walmart will be closing their racial equity center. This is a center they had committed $100 million to, and it was a 5-year project. They will be closing that center going forward. Fourth bullet point, Walmart will no longer participate in the HRC's Corporate Equality Index social credit system. This scoring system is what has brought wokeness into so many segments of corporate America, and we are happy to see them no longer participating. There is not a corporation in America that should be participating with the HRC's CEI scoring system going forward. The HRC got explicitly political in the 2024 election, working with everything they have to defeat Donald Trump and calling him every name in the book. It is time for companies to recognize that they need to move away from this system that is explicitly political and embrace corporate neutrality so that everybody is welcome in their stores. Fifth bullet point, Walmart is going to be reviewing their supplier diversity programs to ensure that nobody's receiving preferential treatment on the basis of race, and they will also ensure that financing eligibility will no longer be predicated on providing certain demographic information. Sixth bullet point, and this is a favorite for me, being Latino myself, Walmart will no longer be using the term Latinx in any of their official communications. That is going to be wiped away. I was very disappointed to see it was there, but again, this is across corporate America. So this is a company, Walmart, who is doing the right thing here, and I want to give them credit for that. Getting rid of this, big. We don't want to hear Latinx ever again. Bullet point number 7, Walmart.
What the heck is Latinx anyway? I've heard this multiple times. I don't know what, I know it's some woke nonsense, but what is it?
Will be discontinuing their racial equity training through the Racial Equity Institute. Again, getting rid of woke trainings. And last but not least, drumroll please for the big one, DEI. They will be discontinuing use of DEI both publicly and privately at Walmart. This is a massive win for our movement. The momentum just keeps growing. This is the largest employer in the United States, worth almost $1 trillion. Other companies are taking notice. Suppliers of Walmart are taking notice now. With Christmas right around the corner, I'm happy I could deliver you guys one retailer that will drop the woke policies. You've still got Amazon and Target acting crazy out there with wokeness, so I'm glad I could give you guys one at least. And yes, we do have our eyes on Amazon and Target. America just voted, and we voted against wokeness. We voted for sanity. We voted for corporate neutrality. We don't want companies funding divisive things, and Walmart is setting a great example here for other companies to turn around. It's not too late. Turn around. People are very forgiving, and we can get back to sanity together and rebuild and make this country the greatest it can possibly be. As this New York Times headline clearly illustrates, the paradigm has changed. Companies need to listen to our movement. We are powerful and growing every single day. We will not stop until we have eliminated wokeness in corporate America. If you love our work to remove wokeness from corporate America, follow me, share these videos, subscribe to my X page. It's $5 a month. It supports our research team. But please tell your friends about this and let's keep this movement growing. All right, y'all.
All right, that was his report on Walmart. I think that is fantastic. I'm very happy. Look, Walmart's a big company. Walmart's not going anywhere. They have cheap groceries. They have everything you need they're a one-stop shop. And look, they're massive, they're not going anywhere. They create a lot of jobs for people, a lot of careers. But keep the wokeness out of this nonsense. Keep the wokeness out of your company. The thing is, people are very forgiving. Americans are very forgiving. You can have these woke policies we don't like, and we'll stand up against it. But you show us that you're willing to turn the page on this woke nonsense, this DEI stuff, and just promote neutrality. Just welcome everybody inside your business. Don't treat anybody differently based off of the color of their skin. And we can all be happy. We can coexist under one roof. Now, he has targeted many companies, and he's been very successful. This is a post from him the other day. Our movement has now killed woke policies at the following businesses. Without X, I wouldn't have accomplished this. X will save our country and our culture. This list represents trillions of dollars and millions of employees. Walmart, Tractor Supply, John Deere, Harley Davidson, Indian Motorcycle, Lowe's, Ford, Coors, Jack Daniels, Caterpillar, Boeing, and that's a big one right there. Toyota, Stanley Black and Decker, Craftsman, DeWalt Tools. I didn't know DeWalt Tools would was going to turn woke. How did tools go woke? That's stupid. But Boeing is to me the most important one because that's you're putting people's safety at risk. You don't want people hired based off the color of their skin who don't know how to do the job properly. We started seeing issues with airplanes in the sky, with the things happening, things going wrong, mechanical issues, and you can't have that because you're flying thousands of feet in the air, hundreds of people at one time, and it is a huge risk, a huge safety risk. So to me, Boeing is the most important. But Walmart being the largest retailer and the largest employer in America, private employer, I should say, um, that's big because they can set the example for other companies like Target to follow. And Amazon is big as well. But this election, look, to me, it didn't make sense that we would lose this election based off what we've seen with Bud Light and all the backlash they received, and all the woke nonsense with people, the culture shift, and Netflix losing money or the stock shares falling, whatever it's happened. Um, there is a shift in the culture, and I think that is was telling. I'm like, there's no way we could lose this election with all the backlash and people getting fed up with this nonsense. Why would they vote for a woke administration? Why would they vote for Kamala Harris? Why would she win the election when all these people are fed up with this nonsense? They want to go back to normalcy. All right, more good news. University System of Georgia curbs DEI, adopts institutional neutrality, strengthens First Amendment rights in new changes. This is big news. Let's read this article. The University System of Georgia's Board of Regents, if I said that correctly, has adopted a swath of changes to fight back against diversity, equity, and inclusion ideology and strengthen academic integrity across its campuses. Steve McGuire and Paul and Karen Levy, fellows in campus freedom at the American Council of Trustees and Alumni, reported on X, the changes on X, Saturday, sharing pictures of change policies. All admission processes and decisions shall be free of ideological tests, affirmations, and oaths, including diversity statements. No applicant for admission shall be asked to or required to affirmatively ascribe or opine about political beliefs, affiliations, ideals, or principles as a condition for admission. The revisions also clarify the university cannot discriminate in order to push anyone to support or oppose any political campaign or candidate for political office, political party, or political organization. They also determined that the University System of Georgia should adopt a more meritocratic hiring policy, only accepting applicants because of their knowledge, skills, and abilities. Yes, this is what we want. These three things: knowledge, skills, and abilities, not race, not color, not political beliefs, none of that. Instead of the basis on DEI policies. Faculty already on payroll will be evaluated based on the merits of their performance and qualifications. The new changes also require student orientations to adopt the system's free expression policies and procedures, and training to promote civil discourse, open inquiry, robust debate, intellectual diversity, and respect for others. The revisions will liberate university trainings for both students and employees from DEI limitations and other ideological tests. This is fantastic. This is finally the students who start attending University System of Georgia's campuses in 2025 and onwards will need to become familiar with the American founding documents such as the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, and the Federalist Papers, as well as other historical texts, as such as the Gettysburg Address and the Emancipation Proclamation. I love this. I am so happy about this because, look, I think this is something everybody needs to learn. If you're going to one of these universities, they need to promote, I'm not saying promote conservative ideology, but just the basic principles of the founding of America, where the Constitution, Declaration of Independence, important moments in history like the Gettysburg Address is very important. The Emancipation Proclamation is very important in our history. So I think it is crucial that people learn these things and have some love of country, freedom of speech. You know, we can disagree. We can disagree on things, but we should be able to have a conversation about things without calling each other names, canceling each other, the left calling us racist and homophobic and things like that, and Nazi just because we don't believe a certain thing, we don't subscribe to a certain thing that they believe in. But I want to get back to the old times of people had open conversation, not afraid to express who they are, who they vote for, what party they belong to. We can agree to disagree, but we all love our country. You may agree on one thing. We may be more pro police. We may be pro. Okay, I think everybody should be pro police is very important on both sides. Law and order is very important. But you may want higher taxes. We may want lower taxes. You may want a little more Second Amendment restrictions, but not completely get rid of it. We appreciate the Second Amendment. Everybody wants free speech. We both agree that we need to support our military to have a strong, powerful fighting force across to protect our homeland. We can disagree on social issues. You know, we can disagree on abortion, whatever. But at the end of the day, we have a love of country. And I think that this is important. So this is very good. I like seeing that big companies are becoming neutral and everybody can coexist. I like seeing this. This is great news. Going to leave that right there. Like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thank you. Take care.